Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Amateur Sports for tonight's Toronto Raptors watch party. The grind of the season continues. The Raptors are in action tonight against the Washington Wizards. 11 games to go, including tonight. This is one of the 10 remaining games of those 11 against teams that are under 500. So the tank is a little bit of peril. Got a little help yesterday. Not help, but they did it themselves. Big time loss somehow to the San Antonio Spurs. Not really sure. I'll get that off the screen. Not really sure how they did that, but they did it. Lost to the Spurs, which is big considering the upcoming schedule. I don't mean that too disrespectfully, but it's just the way the season is. The way the season has gone. This is the position that we are in. Guys like Garrett Temple are just gonna have to deal with it. Like you ain't like. We're trying to win. Garrett Temple is probably not playing. That's what I'll say about that on here. Yeah. I just got back from work about 10 minutes ago. I have not eaten dinner, so you get to watch me eat dinner. Got some rice and kebab here, left over from yesterday's dinner. So I'll be eating that, unfortunately. And a smoothie. I would have loved to have eaten before the stream started, but I started the stream really late. I got home 10 minutes ago. This is what we're doing. No way I'm waiting 3 hours until I have dinner. My dog really wants some too. You don't see her. My dog is really wants some down here. Hey, can you lay down? Okay. Get a little treat. Good girl. How's everyone doing, though? Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about yesterday. Some family dinner plans came up that I had to go to. The same will be Friday. Basically, the Sunday one kind of came out of nowhere, so I apologize for that. Mystic says I had a dinner with some family. And then another part of my family wanted to do dinner as well, and they offered me, like, 5 different dates. Hey, does this work? Do any of these 5 dates work with your schedule? And literally none of them did. So I had to give up the Friday game when the Raptors play the Wizards because I didn't want to be too disrespectful. They're trying to set up dinner plans, and nothing worked for me. So I said, okay, Friday, unfortunately, I'll just have to take that stream off as well. So no stream on Friday as well as yesterday, unfortunately. And no stream on the 11th or 13th of the final 2 games of the season. I will be away in Pittsburgh. Confirmed I'll be missing both those games, sadly. So I'll try to get every other game other than Friday in Charlotte and the final 2 games of the season. It's just my schedule is ridiculous. It's not like I'm ever just at home doing nothing when there's a game on and, I'm not streaming. Believe me, I am truly busy. All right. How's everyone doing, though? Thank you for joining me. It's Flat says, how you doing? I'm doing well. Kind of tired from work. I got a lot more work to do when the stream is done. What's my job? Not YouTube. I work for a company that does sports content creation in the betting space, and I work for them as a host, as a producer. So, digital content surrounding sports betting, especially including the NBA. And something has to go out 8 a.m. tomorrow, which means to be done tonight. We need to just stay up and finish it tonight. So Maya, one of our members here, thank you so much for joining. Members, I'll see y'all at 7 a.m. tomorrow for our weekly 7 a.m. member stream. Got some couple fun topics that'll be good to discuss with y'all, so make sure you tune in. If you're not a member, consider becoming one. Drop a like if you're enjoying the stream so far. Check out the merch as well, by the way. Link is pinned at the top of chat. Shirts, hats, stickers. Stickers are cheap, man. Get yourself some stickers. Bob, my uncle here. What's up? Are you guys catching your eye? Oh, and you guys catching your eye in March Madness? Nobody that's out of nowhere come up for me out of nowhere where it's wow, this is a guy you got to look at. But yeah, I've enjoyed watching Common Malwatch, who I talked about in the previous video. He'll be an interesting one to watch for the Raptors potentially. Bob Dingle likes Queen and Denim. People become a fan of them. You know? Mock drafts. Get an update a little bit. I really like watching VJ Edgecombe play. That was I thought he was great in his game, in flashes. So, yeah, there's some. There's quite a bit of talent here. I mean, Duke loaded with it. 3 top 10 pieces, and Malawash looking decent. Again, that could be guy for the Raptors at the center spot. But let's do Derek Queen. I think for our position, Derek Queen would have a lot to do to get to us. I think Malawash has the ability as an athlete to shoot up in the draft at the combine. I think people will be interested there. But problem would be that centers do take a longer time to develop. Do you want win now, guys? Win later, guys? Raptors have always been take the best available, no matter what. So, because like Malachi Flynn, they liked, they took him as a senior, right? They're fine with taking older players, or I don't know Malachi Flynn's senior, but he'd been in college for a while. Anyway. Granted, that's lower in the draft. That's the 29th overall pick. You know, Shed was a senior. Mobo had been in college a few years, so. Maybe early in the draft, they are keen on just taking guy with the highest upside for them. Good dinner. If Malawash was on a team where he had more offensive opportunity, he'd be top 3. Interesting, yeah. You don't really... So it kind of works both ways for Malawash, where it's just like, okay, yeah, of course you're going to look good playing next to, you know, Cooper Flag and, you know, 2 top 10 picks on Duke. Of course you're going to look good. But, yeah, the other argument is, like you said, maybe he's not getting the touches he would be getting. He'd look even more impressive. So it does kind of work a little bit both ways. Do I think Shed has a chance to be next Fred? Like, no, not at all. They're a very different style of player. Depends what that question means. Is he the next guy who can be a point guard of the Raptors? Yeah. Hey, get down from there. Depends what you mean. The basketball's still been good. People are complaining there's no like Cinderella runs. The basketball's still been good. Hey, no barking. Lay down. Down. No barking. Sometimes she acts up a little, you know? All right, game should be getting started shortly. I'm not used to jumping on this late. I didn't have any choice. I was lucky. I left the office. There's a TTC stage. There's a streetcar stop right outside the building doors. So as I'm leaving, opening the building doors, a streetcar is like about to leave. I fucking burst out the door and jump on. I may not even made it back in time for the stream to start if I'd missed that streetcar. I just got really lucky there. So like I literally could not have come home faster based off that. But we're here. We'll get to streaming, and then I got work to do after. If it gets as ugly as the last game, though, I may sign up to say, listen, I may be up till like 1 a.m. Let's maybe make it midnight instead, you know? Yeah, Bob's uncle. I have seen other people sharing that same opinion, where individual workouts would be huge for him, and he'll be very widely dispersed on draft boards because it'll just depend how he does in the workout for you. because it's just not enough information about him as an offensive player. But I'm a fan. I like him. I think around 7-8, the Raptors go for him. But it all depends where they end up on the draft lottery, which is not super. I think it's like end of May. Not super far away. It is May 12th, actually. So less than 2 months away from that. One of the most exciting days of the year for sure. I still remember watching the Raptors on a live. We were live for it. I still remember watching the Raptors land that number 4. What a moment. And I still remember the shock of them drafting Scottie Barnes with it. Woo! Some takes aged poorly. I did not want the Raptors to draft Scottie Barnes. But not that I thought, like, they drafted him. All right, man. They like him. They got the guy they wanted. Let's see how it goes. I was never like, you fucking idiots. Why the fuck would you draft this guy? But I didn't want them to draft him. Hey, dude, you got me lying down. Me too, Bosman Uncle. Me too, man. I'm, with respect to you guys, I'm pretty done with this season. I'm losing, I've lost a lot of motivation. What beer I got? No beer. Just a straight up shake. I have had in New York, I had a smoothie beer, which was pretty good. But not here. Now, I've been watching the highlights the next day anymore. Well, I mean, if I miss a game, sure, but if I watch live, I don't need to watch the highlights, I suppose. What's in the shake? 1 cup of frozen strawberries, half a cup of frozen blueberries, half a cup of frozen pineapple, 1 scoop of protein powder. I usually go chocolate. I have this and water, just filled up water the rest of the way. I have this every single day. I have one of these every single day. Usually I have it as like a midday snack, like around 2 or 3 o'clock. But I missed that today because I was not home. So I had it with my dinner, my smallish rice and kebab dinner there. Yes, sir. Okay, enough, man. You're being terrible. All right, I gotta put this plate away or else she's gonna keep being bad. Give me 1 second, guys. Title of this stream, Toronto's tank is in trouble or something. Yeah, we got some guys here. We don't have Barrett, but we have Barnes in his second night of back-to-back. Why? Like, why would we do that? Quickly battle Baji, Barnes, Pirtle, and then it's Bub Carrington, Jordan Poole, Keyshawn George, Chris Middleton back for the Wizards, which is good for us, and Alex Sarr. So I feel like Toronto could have gone for a weaker lineup. I think they will win today, Raptors. I even bet on it, actually. I bet on the spread, to be fair. Spread was between 2.5 and 1.5, so I actually didn't get I could have got a better price, but I have the +2. I could have gotten a +2.5 if I waited, but I thought it would go my way. My fitness goal, I'm just losing weight, to be honest. I've lost a little bit over 20 pounds since last summer. I'm just losing weight. I've always, been... I work out. I exercise a lot. Uh, I eat pretty well. Like I always ate. I mean, I think I say pretty well compared to like what I see other people. I ate really well. I ate very healthy, but I do enjoy Friday and Saturday nights. Maybe too much. So I've really regimented what I eat for at least 5 of the days of the week. First play of the game turned over by the Raptors. Anyways, yeah, I've lost just over 20 pounds. And I don't really have a goal. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to lose. I don't know what I want to get to. I'm just sticking to it. I wouldn't really call it a diet. I still eat like fun stuff, but that's a little bit. Oh man, did they change the layout of their score? Why would they change the stupid? Look at this, man. They changed the layout of their scoreboard midway through the season like this. Why would they do that? Now I gotta change it. Okay, let's just use this one for now. All right, 3-0 for the Wizards out the gate. Barnes with the left, no good. Sarr deters it at the rim. Keyshawn George with it. Kind of Canadian. Sarr underneath for the Wizards. Spins off Perlin. Nice finish. 5-0 Wizards. All right. All right, Wiz. Get up to a good start, boys. Crazy thing, Austin Reeves undrafted. Yeah, it happens. I mean, Fred's undrafted. Ben Wallace, undrafted, Hall of Famer. Keyshawn, Bub Carrington, is he called for a travel? Oh, timeout because Keyshawn George is on the ground. Off ball. Oh, he looks like he hurt something. This is not good. Hopefully he is all right here. I'm going to double check if the scoreboard is still messed up like that. Yeah, I don't understand why they repositioned their scoreboard at this point in the season. All right. Let me try this. If not, I'll have to manually adjust it. My worry is it's just like a one-day thing. And if I change it, I'll have to change it back next time so that the score fits in properly. Because that has happened. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna quickly change this in the background. I will be right here while it's happening. But so far, yeah, I mean, that's finally not much to say so far from this game. Let's be okay. You know what? I'm not gonna do the background because then it's too small for me to actually see what I'm doing. So you're gonna have to watch me play with this a little bit. Get the scoreboard centered for y'all. And hopefully it doesn't revert back at some point. Oh my God, this thing is so freaking annoying. No, man. There's so many things on this screen. Like, you guys have no idea, and it's just messed this up. I don't want it bigger. Okay. I think that's about centered, but it's too high. No, I want this. Riveting content, but I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. All right, let's get the 0 over here. You'd think it'd be easier than it is. I don't know how to explain why it's not. But it's just like you try to click on something, then it like grabs something else. So now you're dragging something you don't want to drag. Now this is way too high. Now it's way too high, yeah. Turn his ankle there, George. Hopefully he's all right. He's headed to the locker room. Now that one's bigger than the other one. Man. So I'm going to delete this. Create another one. I have to line it up with the other one. Then, I recognize the game is on. Then, open it up to get the 5 here. And then bring it back. All right, that'll do. That'll do. Sorry about that, guys. Blame Google. All right. Back at it. It looks off. Whatever. 8-3 Washington, anyways. All-time starting 5 and draft players. I don't know, man. Like, I guess top of my head, like I don't want to miss anyone. Moses Malone, Ben Wallace. 2 bigs, fuck it. Fred, Reeves, maybe. I don't know, not Reeves. Probably better than Reeves. I don't know. I don't know the best off the top of my head. Wish I was heading to a pool. Man. At least some will have a night. Oh, front office just can't say no to Barnes. What do you mean can't say no to Barnes? In what way? What have they done for Scotty Barnes that they shouldn't have done, but they couldn't say no to Scotty? If somebody says they drafted Mobo for Scotty, I'm going to lose it. Because he's like just not a solid player who just happens to be friends with Barnes. May have been the cherry on top, but anyways, I'm just creating a narrative. I have no idea what's about to be said. So like Walter is gonna have a breakout year, probably in year 3. He's gonna have to get a lot better. I like him. I think he's got potential. He's gonna have to get a lot better to have a supposed breakout year. But there's signs it could happen for sure. I like him. I liked him pre-draft. I like him post-draft. I'm a fan. Nathan PT joining us. Thank you so much. I think that's YBN Fat Boy. Anyways. I had to do the door shot as well today. As I do every day. One day, I will make this godforsaken shot on the new net. Will I get it before the season's over? We'll see. I'm missing 3 more games the rest of the way. Fixing of scorecards more exciting than watch Raptors. Well, we'll see if it fits. I'm getting worried that the triple digits are going to be a little too big for this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, they're incapable of resting Barnes because all this NBA thing. Like, okay, Philip, you're absolutely right. I said, what have they done to appease Barnes? You're absolutely right. One of them is allowing him to get 65 games unnecessarily. It seems like that is the desire. They need to have, hand on shoulder. Scotty, you're not making All-NBA. You're not. You haven't played well enough to be All-NBA. We suck. You can play 65 games. You're not getting it. Just take a fucking seat and help us get a better draft pick. That's what they should do. It's time. Give it up. Yeah, exactly. Getting the Champagne Bros back-to-back. Yeah, I didn't quite take that in. It's an interesting little wrinkle. One of them, former Raptor, on the floor right now. Man, I always say it when I see him play again, but, man, some of the games I saw him play live for the Raptors on a 5. Like, this guy is like a bench guy on the worst team in the NBA, okay? He absolutely lit up the G League when I saw him play. Like, in the playoffs, him and Banton just did everything. The shot making on Justin Champagnie in that playoff game I watched 9-5 play. You have to be so good to make the NBA. You have to be so like the skill gap from the NBA to the G League is immense. Is immense. For real. I remember when Masai said Barnes could be the face of the NBA. That's actually Darko who said that and stands by it. Darko doubled down on that point, on that stance this year. Shaway says, who do you think the Raptors could select in the draft? I've seen the center on Duke. He looks right. Yeah, Kamen Malawash is the guy I brought up in the video I did last week. Another video will be coming out tomorrow on the channel as well. Not about him, but about something. If we do get Colin Malawash as our pick, can he translate to ready backup center for the Raptors? Because centers take a lot of time to develop from college NBA. I would think so. I would think he could be coming off the bench right away. Champagne's a dog, so fun to watch. Yeah, I really liked him on the Raptors. I can understand why there may not have been a spot for him, but I liked him on the Raptors. I always did. I thought he was maybe a bit underutilized in the Nick Nurse era. How enormous is it, the crowd? Oh, I don't imagine many people were hustling to get tickets to this one. Jordan Poole inbound for the Wizards. It's 13-9 for the Wizards. Sarr off the glass, and a foul's called. Don't you think we should select the best player you think can be an all-star and darted on backup center? What if the best available player is Kamen Malawash? Then they'll take him. I said like maybe 10 minutes ago, just take best available at that spot. He might just happen to be a center. What pieces do you think will make the Raptors turn into a contender? We have all next year, but you think the team is a contender. It's not a contender next year. Do you do you want a realistic answer? There's nothing they can do in the offseason realistically to make them. You know what? I won't say that. I think there's okay. You know what? Quickly, you use all of your picks. Like you use the ransom of picks you have. And get like LaMelo Ball or Trae Young, all of a sudden, like now people are talking about you. You're probably still not as good as the top of the East, like the Celtics. And if the Cavs keep it up, it'll be them as well. You can also get the first pick and get Cooper Flagg. I don't quite think that makes you a contender, but that helps for sure. You combine a really high pick with a big trade, and that would do it. Unrealistic for that to all happen, though. Trae Young has the Hawks at the deadline made tanking trades, cost-cutting trades, and got way worse at the deadline, and just keep fucking winning games because Trae Young is insane at basketball. The Atlanta Hawks are 35-36 right now. That's astonishing. That is astonishing considering their injuries, Jalen Johnson, and the types of trades they made at the deadline. And it's down to Trae Young being an insanely good basketball player. I'm not having this conversation again. 16-11 for the Wizards and Florida there for the Raptors. So 3-point game. The odds are more to get struck by lightning instead of getting a perfect bracket in March Madness. Yeah, it's like pretty much impossible. Obviously, it's not impossible, but it's pretty much impossible to get a perfect bracket. Points out how much luck in the draft changes your projection. Yeah, luck in the draft plays a big factor, a humongous factor. But that's the NBA. I mean, teams tanked way too aggressively. They had to put some measures in to decentivize tanking. It hasn't really worked, but I mean, maybe it's helped out a little bit with some teams who, like, like a 10 seed Mavericks are still trying to make the playoffs right now. But in some years, the East is so bad that, yeah, teams are tanking way harder than normal. And, it's a really good draft. If you flatten the odds, you still have drafts outside the top 4 based on wins and losses. You flatten the odds. Yeah. If you flatten the odds, are you saying for like to decentivize tanking? People still tank, but less aggressively. Be back after watching Jeopardy. All right. Enjoy. I love Jeopardy. I don't watch it like ever, but when I do watch it, it's fun. I did see Anthony Davis returning from the Mavs. My big question is why? Like, AD, just sit it out, bro. Stay healthy. Your team ain't going nowhere. Stay healthy rest of the year. And apparently the Mavs were thinking the same thing, but AD said, nah, I'm coming back. AD wants to play. They're going to let him play. I hope he doesn't get hurt. You ever think it's bad, wherever your team is? You could be a Dallas Mavericks fan. You could. They might have it currently the worst with how things have gone against them lately. 21-13 for the Wizards as A.J. Johnson, former Buck, comes in, rookie. How did you fix the Suns? Trade everyone. Trade everyone. Trade Kevin Durant. Trade Devin Booker. Get all your picks back from Houston. And just obliterate it. Tank. Bradley Beal, make him your number one option because you can't trade him. Get your picks. Tank. Seriously. They're going nowhere. They have no money to acquire players that will help this team win. Trade everyone, man. Middleton for 3 doesn't go. I don't think they will trade Devin Booker though. I don't think they will. You can't build around Booker with no assets. They have no picks. That's the thing. They can't build around Devin Booker without any picks to build with. And they don't have assets they can trade for stuff other than Kevin Durant, and that return ain't fixing this. I think, seriously, just like Oppenheimer that thing. And then make your team so bad that maybe even Bradley Beal will consider leaving and just get off that contract and forget about it. But I don't think they're going to do. They will trade Kevin Durant. I do not think they will trade Devin Booker. Nice block there by Pirtle. I like how we just talk ball and don't really have to fix it on the game or anything here. I was amazed to find that only 40% of the teams in the association have won a ring, lowest of any of the 4 major leagues. That is interesting. I think of the 4 major leagues, the NBA championship is, I don't know if the right term is the hardest to win, but far more likely, I think, in the NBA for the better teams to win. It is a lot harder for upsets to take place when there are so many scoring plays in the NBA relative to hockey, baseball, football. Football's crazy because it's one and done games. Upsets can easily happen in one and done games. Like the Raptors when they won the chip, they lost game 1 to Orlando, right? If it's in game 1 in the first round, if it's a one and done thing like March Madness, they're cooked. NHL, there's way too infrequent. There's a far less frequency in scoring, so there's an opportunity for way more variance. Like if you get outshot 40-20 in hockey, you'll probably lose, but sometimes you won't, and a lot more often you won't. If you get outplayed in the NBA, like you're pretty much going to lose unless you just have one guy who's a hero that day and just makes every tough shot. But like, is that guy going to do it 4 out of 7 games? No, he's not. Really. Like you'll have some shocks, but they're way less likely to happen. We have never had a reverse 3-0 series deficit. Not that it's often in other leagues, but it has never happened in the NBA. It's very, very hard to overcome being the underdog compared to baseball, where games will end like 2-1. Like team can have one hit all game. It's a whole 2-run home run that might win them a playoff game. NHL, like I said, way higher variance because there's less scoring plays, but also like a worse team can just get really hot. Where like in the NBA, that just isn't going to happen against the top teams. Like there are just way too many scoring plays that decrease the variance. Variance is built on lowering the sample size. So if I flip a coin 10 times, I might get 5 heads, 5 tails. I might get 7-3. I might get 8-2, 9-1. I'm way more likely to have an extreme scenario where I'm getting like 90% heads. If I flip a coin 1 million times, I am very likely to be on the edge of 50-50 because there's so many events. There's such a large sample. It's strongly decreasing the variance. So same way, we'll take hockey. Like 5 goals per game in the playoffs. Like we can flip a coin like 5 times and end up like 3-2 pretty often with heads and tails. But we can see 5-0, 4-1. If we flip a coin, we're talking about like 100 baskets being made. If we flip a coin 100 times, we're going to get a lot closer more often to 50-50 than we are to so regressing to the mean essentially than we are if we flip a coin 5 times. So the more scoring opportunities that are generated in a sport, the less likely you are to see variance in that sport. Therefore, the NBA is a lot harder to win and a lot harder for worse teams to win than in other sports. I don't think that's an opinion. I think that's a straight up fact around it. Do I think RJ and our first round pick, once it is not... Do you think they take... Who are we talking about? Do you think they take RJ and our first round pick if it's not top 3 for KD? I think with KD, the rich chance to reach finals again. It's tempting. That's pretty tempting. I saw a video about the offseason needs, and you mentioned Jae'Sean Tate. How much would they sign for him? I feel like mid-level exception range is even a possibility for Jae'Sean Tate. I'm not sure how desirable he is as a free agent. I'm not sure. Like an undersized wing, but that type of player, I think the Raptors could use. Also, like you've seen NBA game unfolding as it goes. The progress is something you can watch. Yeah, NBA games really evolve as you see them, whereas hockey, 3-ball there for, I think it's for Lawson, who's kind of struggled recently. In hockey, like a team could just be absolutely dominating the other team for 19 minutes, can't score. Then team goes the other way, one shot, they score. It's just, the game can flip like that, where the NBA is not just going to flip out of nowhere. I mean, maybe, you hit a 3, get a steal, hit another 3, it's a big 6-point swing, all of a sudden games change, but they really do evolve much more in the NBA. You're right. And yeah, you can dominate an opponent in hockey in 0-0. You lose no T. You can't dominate a basketball game and lose. Because so much of basketball is based on your ability to make shots as well. And you'll have freak scenarios where, Houston Rockets missed 27 straight threes into Game 7. You will have those weird games. But, over a 7-game series, it's not going to happen as often. The best team will usually come out on top. Anyways, 28-23 for the Wizards here. Lottery is May 12th. I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming. I actually need to just hopefully not on a, well, I mean, I can stream. Yeah, I'll be streaming, guys. I'll be streaming. I hope it is not a Monday or Thursday. but I'll make it. I'll make it. Okay, it's a Monday, bastards, but I'll let the boss know. I will need to be streaming this. We're good. I'll be streaming. Thor in the corner for the Wizards. Former second-round pick, I think. Quickly for 3 on the other side. Front rim and away. Wizards up by 5 as we head towards the end of the first quarter here. Lottery is really, really big this year. It could be really disappointing, but it's really big this year. Vukcevic. Nearly stolen by Quickly. Marcus Smart has it, though. Goes to A.J. Johnson. Back out to Vukcevic. And he nails the 3. Wizards up by 8 with less than a minute to go in the first. They've been knocking down the 3s tonight. Do I love the new draft format? I wouldn't say I love it. I think it's fine that it's like that. It's Jamal Shedkissian won. I think it's fine that it's on separate days. But I wouldn't say I love it. I'm fine with it being the same day. I'm fine with it being separate days. The separate day does allow for additional content for me because I can do a video right after the first round and say, hey, this is who we got. Then I can do a video after the second round and say, hey, this is who we got. And then I can do a video leading up to the second round and say, hey, this is who we could get. So, I capitalized that last year, did a ton of videos around it. I always do tons and tons and tons of videos around the draft. So if you guys are not subscribed, I would recommend doing so. And you can get yourself involved with the chat as well. If you guys are enjoying, by the way, please hit that like button to support the channel. I won my fantasy basketball league yesterday. It was a real tight championship series, a real tight semifinal series. But, yep, I won the pot. 6-3 win in the final. It was tight. I easily could have lost 5-4. But I strategized very well, and I got the dub. I think SGA is a flopper. He's the classic example of like the modern player who knows exactly how the rule book works and exploits every rule to get free throws. Like Prime Harden. Knows exactly how to get the fouls. Knows exactly how to make somebody foul him and bait people into it. Barnes with the left. And he's fouled at the rim. I got to play. I'm talking about fantasy basketball. I don't know what you're talking about. My soccer career is revived, though. I said I'm going to Pittsburgh. I'm missing the last 2 games of the season. I'm going to Pittsburgh to play soccer. A little preseason tour for my Sunday league team. I'm doing. We do. My club does a charity match in Pittsburgh every year, so I'll be playing in it this year. Not as a goalie. SGA has the lowest free throw rate among the last 5 MVPs. Yeah, but also he's at the rim less than the last 5 MVPs. So last 5 MVPs are they? What is it? Giannis, Jokic, Embiid. They're at the rim a lot more often when they're taking their shots. So I think a free throw rate conversation doesn't tell the whole story. But SGA, I much prefer watching SGA play than Joel Embiid. Raptors clawed back a little bit at the end of the first there. They're down by 4 points, 32, to 28. As a reminder, guys, the merch is still available. Get yourself some merch. We've got the hats. We've got the stickers. We've got the shirt. I'll pull up some better photos actually than we have here. I'll pull up the Twitter, but shop the merch. We still have it out. Some of the shirt sizes are sold out. So if you want a shirt, make sure you get your before it sells out. We got shirts, just like this one here. We got hats just like this one here. Hats like this one here as well. So hats come in white. They also come in black. There's me eating pizza. Hats come with the nice race car emblem that you see in the bottom right corner of the screen currently. The shirts look fantastic. The artist did a good job. The printing shop did a great job printing it. We also have stickers too, as well. You get 3 of them for $6, 1 of them for $3, 2 of them for $5. So if you get 3 stickers, you can mix and match. I'll send them out, free shipping. But the rest, hats are $50, shirts $35. If you do get a hat or shirt, I'll throw in some free stickers with your order. And if you're local enough, I'll just cycle over to you. I'll get on my bike and cycle over to you and drop it off myself so you don't have to pay shipping. So if you're interested, help me out. Get some merch. SGA is the most rim attempts in the league. But you're talking about, I don't know, this is just my hunch. You're talking about free throw rate, and SGA shoots a lot in mid-range. It's like, why do the Suns take the least amount of free throws in the NBA? Or like, why do they have like the worst like free throw discrepancy in the NBA? Because they shoot a lot in mid-range and don't get fouled over there. That's much my hunch. I don't know. My hunch is he's taking 20.6 drives per game this year is pretty astonishing, but that's just my hunch compared to like, Jokic and Giannis, who are at the rim more frequently. Maybe not as often, but more frequently, because you said free throw rate. Anyways, that's my hunch, because that is a strange stat. Start of the second quarter here. Wizards 6 of 12 from 3, Raptors 2 of 11. That's a bit of the story here, and the Raptors are behind. Who's been hunching? What's up? Tell ya, when it comes to sports, Canada and soccer just beat the U.S. What a goal by Jonathan David. Tell ya, Canada hockey, Four Nations Cup, best on best. Canada beats the U.S. in the championship game. And tell you guys, last time we played them in basketball, FIBA World Cup bronze medal game, Canada beat the U.S. Unfortunately, didn't get a battle at the Olympics. They did get gold. We'll hug that a little, but I don't know, man. We got their number right now. We do got their number lately. Barnes, a little baseline jumper, fading away, 35-30. SJ led the NBA drives 4 years straight. That's remarkable, honestly. But he's really good at it. AJ Johnson misses the layup there. What a terrible pass. What the fuck was that? Quickly. SGA is my MVP pick. I think Jokic firmly has a case, but I do think it's SGA this year. Quickly for 3. Doesn't go. He's struggled tonight. Thankfully, my fantasy season's over, and he's not cooking my team, or he's not, I don't know what the word is, not fucking my team right now. But I think SGA comes to Raptors. I do not. Colin Castleton apparently brought a lot of family and friends to this one. 30 people, I think they said. Would I undo the Kawhi trade if it meant us getting SGA in the draft? I would do pretty much anything to win a championship. The fact they won a championship, I would never take that back. I would never take back anything if it meant you win a championship. That's it. Full stop. You win a championship, that's it. No need to apologize for anything. No need to regret anything. You won the chip. You think SGA net title? You want to know, like, SGA maybe net title. You want to know what 100 million% net title? Trading for Kawhi, because you have the chip to prove it. I would rather the 100 million% sure thing than maybe you win a chip. And I will always say I'll take 10 years of despair, worst team in the league means winning a chip. Because like somebody said earlier, 40% of the teams in the NBA have won a chip. That's it. 40%, if that stat's correct. 40%. Yeah, Alvin was saying he was surprised. Like, how the hell did Colin Castleton get 30 tickets for the game? I don't know. I feel like it wasn't that expensive to grab tickets for this one. I don't know if he got given 30, but probably isn't that expensive to grab tickets for a Wizards game right now. Okay, well, obviously, if you can guarantee a chip by drafting SGA, then I would take it because then you get SGA afterwards as well. But I will take the guarantee for a chip no matter what. I'd do anything to the team if it means getting a chip. So hard to win one, as many teams have learned and will continue to learn. The Clippers never even got to a final after trading for Kawhi, or trading for Paul George, signing Kawhi. Never even got to a final. Barely even got to a conference final. It's hard. Clippers in their entire history haven't even been to a NBA final. Teams wish they were us. They envy us. They wish they could have done what we did. Kyle Lowry come back next year. It's not impossible. I said it in the video. It's not impossible. We could use a third point guard. Barnes on the inbound, blocked at the rim by 4. Other way, Vukovic lobbed up. Whoa, AJ Johnson throwing it down. He's bouncy, that guy. It's a great lob, too. 5-point game again. Quickly, step back long 2. Excuse me, I'm drawing the foul. Quickly is 1-9 tonight, so it has not been great for Quick. SJ ask, why would SJ ask out? I mean, he runs the show there. The ship sailed on SGA. There's probably a moment where maybe somebody could have given them something crazy, but no. Realistically, the Thunder know their talent. We're never going to trade him. Sorry. You know it ain't happening, Phoenix. Quickly at the line, makes his free throws, and back to a 3-point game. Clippers fumbled big time with SGA. Doc Rivers did say he liked SGA, didn't want to trade him. Didn't think he'd get this good. Barnes to Pert at the rim. Nice finish. Nice pass. That franchise curse. Nah, man. Can't buy a chip. Can't buy a chip. You gotta earn it. Unless you're the Lakers. Barnes, cross court. What a pass to Caston in the corner. Pass that good. You gotta make that, Colin. You gotta make that from the corner. Go to Raptors game and do your live there. Just the logistical nightmare of doing that. No way. Like, they probably wouldn't let me in with all the equipment I would need to do that. That will never happen. Raptors take the lead. Quickly gets to the rim in transition. 39-38 Toronto. I'm going to quickly head to the bathroom. When I come back, more second quarter action and more chatting. Hit that like button while I'm gone, everybody. All right. Time for the door shot. 0 of 12 on this net. I think I've missed... I think I missed 5 in a row before I got this net, too. I think I missed 17 in a row. It might be higher, actually. I think I might have missed over 17 in a row. But I've missed all 12 on this net. I've made one unofficially on this net live, but I've never made an official attempt. Let's change that right now. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Slide over. Oh, man. Close my eyes. Probably didn't go in. Oh, man. That was a pathetic attempt. Don't know what I just that was definitely a case of the yips. I just couldn't, my body wouldn't let me release it. I was so scared. My body just subconsciously just no, man. Damn, indeed. Well, these will cheer me up. I'm gonna be a little bad. Little bowl of chips. Got a long day. In the crunch zone. Let me watch this. Door shot back. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close, man. Oh, that was the second attempt. Yeah, just didn't release it properly. Then I kicked it outside the door, and then I didn't want my dog to go chew on it, so I went to go pick it up. The streak, unfortunately, continues until further notice. I already ate dinner. I did already eat dinner. This is dessert, I guess. Robinson hasn't played much today. They're going with Colin Castleton over him. What do we think about Colin Castleton? Abaji, corner 3, gets wedged into the rim. Jakob Poeltl has a better career three-point percentage than a lot of people in the NBA. 3 of 7. Just like, gotta be like 43%. 43%. Wow, good guess. Castleton does have a long neck. Good chips. Dollar store, but they're hidden. You know what? I don't even know why I grabbed it. I don't even like eating on stream. 41-40, under 5 to go in the second. Abaji. Some Mobo. In the corner to battle. Oh, he's blocked hard there by Champagny. We do be known about the Champagny hustle. We do. These are this dollar store. I don't even know what brand they are. We live cheap here. But they're you know, like, I think they're kettle cooked. They're good. I don't know why they're updating on Ingram when he's not coming back this season, because people keep fucking asking them. People still want to know. Basically, their last update, without time to return, basically they say he's not coming back. Ain't happening. Now, I don't think these are American. I actually don't know. I should have checked. You're right, though. Black Canadian. Eating some tandoori chicken with some rice and kale salad. That sounds good. That sounds good right now. My boss bought me a Big Mac for lunch today. Which is American. Who am I voting for in the election? I'm actually still undecided, but we ain't talking about who I'm voting for on the stream, that's for sure. I do not know enough about politics to get into a discussion about politics on a stream. So that's not happening. Also, I just don't want to discuss politics. I hate what politics has become, but yeah, we're moving on. Laser Ruffles? Gotta be Ruffles. I don't mind like a lazy behind them, but Ruffles is the superior. That's it. That's it. All gone. It's empty. There's no more chips. Look. Empty. See? It's empty. There's nothing in there. It's empty. Robinson double blocked by Sarr. Then he goes up and gets blocked again. Not a good old sequence there for Orlando. Other way, then he blocks Sarr. He fouls him, sorry, as he's trying to block him. Rexall brand chips are pretty good. I haven't been to Rexall in a long time. It's just not in my area. Ruffles, sour cream and onion, sour cream and cheddar. All dressed pretty good. All dressed is a Canadian invention. If Orlando Robinson doesn't have the emptiest of pathways, he ain't scoring. Yeah, I'm with you there, Almdar. All right, at this point, guys, I need practice. To prove I am capable, over this commercial break, I am shooting until I make a shot. Does not count for anything. I'm giving up on my rule about practice because I need to make one at some point. I need to know I can make one. Oh, it's that easy. Oh, that was close. High release seems to work. It worked the one time. What did my first make was off the wall. Come on, man. I should have just stopped. I made my first one. I should have just stopped. Now I know I'm just not going to make it on stream. So I can't even make it here. I have to make another one before I stop. Okay. It's got to be high up. High. That's it. I got to really arc it. I'm scared I'm going to hit the ceiling, but I really got to arc it. Better than that. One more. What I just learned is I'm just not gonna make one on stream, I don't think, because it's just really hard to make one for me. Oh boy. All right, Sarr at the line, misses for the Wizards there. I'm aiming for the far end of the basket. I'm aiming inside the mesh. I'm doing all the tricks. The man shooting the ball just is not very good at it. Barnes long two, gets the roll. You know, today really is a win-win for me because I bet on the Raptors. But they lose, the tank, right? Differently, I can't. Like, this room is so small. I can't be closer. From Poole to the rim. It's Keyshawn George. I guess Keyshawn George hasn't returned. Quickly to Pirtle. Now Barnes. Too quickly to the rim. Lays it up. Misses. Yeesh. Rough night from Quickly. 2 of 11. Not going for him today. We don't need to win. We don't. But I'm just saying, I bet it. So if they win, I win my bet. If they don't, then the tank progresses forward. Raptors up 46-45. Winding down in the first quarter. Just looking at another bet I made. I have PJ Washington over on points, which was bet before AD returned. And, yeah, PJ's got 0 points. Awesome. Awesome. 48-45 now. 1:33 to go in the second. If you joined the stream, please hit that like button. I'll have a video coming out tomorrow on the channel. What will I talk about in that video? In the corner, Jordan Poole for 3. It doesn't go. But then tipped it back in by the Wizards. Actually, I probably will discuss tomorrow. A little spoiler for the video tomorrow. I probably will discuss... I'll probably discuss Scotty Barnes as a lead option because that's been a topic of conversation lately. Who's winning the Champions League this year? Oh, I really think it might be PSG's season, man. They are good this year. No more divas on the team. They are scary. They are tough to defend. Solid overall squad. A very dangerous attacking trio. So fluid in attack. PSG are going to be dangerous. Real Madrid are like the cop-out easy answer, like obviously, but PSG can cause them problems. I did see Thaddeus Young criticize Toronto. We talked a little bit about it last stream. I'm going to talk about it more in depth tomorrow morning on the members stream. We'll watch the video and I'll talk about it a lot more. I think what Thad said, I think Thad overblew it like a tiny bit. I don't think what he said was that bad. I think the people he did the show with were egging him on a lot, to be fair. I don't think Barca, if I thought it was Barca, I would have said Barca, but they can win it too. Like, what? It's not only one team. Like, I think it could be PSG's year, but Barca can win it. Real Madrid can win it. Absolutely. Bayern can win it. Thad said living in Toronto is tough, essentially. But I'll talk about it a bit more tomorrow. Quickly past the screen. 10 seconds to go in the quarter, but shot clock, game clock separate. Doesn't matter anymore. Turned over. Wizards have it. And then Jordan Poole fouled at half court. Wizards in the bonus, so Lawson has put the Wizards to the line with 4.2 seconds to go here. I'm sure you can find the video online. Well, Liverpool, I really don't think Liverpool will win the Champions League. I'll say that. We're having a challenge this. Okay, so at least it's like a higher profiles time to challenge. You know, this is a trip to the line they could be taking away. But we'll see what they think. Harry Kane, so really good striker, Harry Kane. I don't think their chances of winning the Champions League have decreased with Harry Kane. Who cares if that thinks? In the end, yeah, but also you kind of want to stick up for your city a little bit, which makes sense too. But yeah, Thad set us back because we made a shit trade to get him. Then set us back more because we paid him way too much. Not his fault, but not a good the Thaddeus Young experience is not good for the Raptors. Serious question. Do I think Spurs win a trophy in my lifetime? Well, they already have, but yes. Thad been retired because nobody wanted him anymore. Let's see a replay here. It was not a foul. Poole slipped. It was not a foul. Charles ball in the backcourt. So great challenge. Darko, rare challenge win. I believe he's less than 50% on challenges. The only guy in the NBA who is less than 50% on challenges is Darko. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Tottenham close. I mean, they made a Champions League final, played like absolute shite, and lost to Liverpool. They've made cup finals. They'll win it. They'll win a trophy eventually. Quickly getting to the rim, fouled right before the buzzer. 2.2 seconds to go. So the Raptors could take a lead into the half now. Quickly, 2 of 11, but doing his work from the line at least. Foyle, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What formation do you guys play? 10-0-0. We like you like what do you mean you guys? What like who? You know what? I do remember the Canadian Heritage moment when Thaddeus Young broke Joel Embiid's ankles in the playoffs and made that mid-range jumper over his splattered body. Yes. My Sunday team 4-4 fucking 2. Pretty much. 4-4-1-1. All right. Or 4-2-3-1 or, you know, whatever. 4-3-3. There's a lot of ways to look at it. Fluid. Formations don't mean shit these days anyways. really. Well, sometimes they do. But, like, there's a lot of different ones. All right, that is halftime. I will be back in a moment. Going to quickly fill up my water, take a sec to myself, and when I come back, we'll go through the box score in the first half. We have time. We'll do the Pirtle. Then we got the second half. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hit that like button while I'm gone. All right, let's dive into the box score from that first half. That was a game of basketball that was played. That's how I'll describe it. That was a game of basketball. Because both teams don't want to win. Both teams look like they don't want to win. Not very good basketball, not very good efficiency, but the Raptors find themselves up 52-50. Yep. Barnes, 3 of 10. Doesn't have 8 rebounds, 4 assists, but when the teams have missed a combined, let's do the math on the fly, 27 plus 26, so 53. The teams have combined to miss 53 shots in the first half. There's going to be some rebounds to get, and rebounds there were. Pirtle got 7 of them, 12 points. He's 6 of 7. James Battles 0 of 4. Not great. Not great there. Abaji 1 of 4. Quickly, really not great. 2 of 11, 1 of 6. Well, then Robinson's 0 of 6 off the bench. You know, when you get blocked, get your rebound, get blocked, get your rebound, and get blocked again, you're gonna decrease your field goal percentage. But he is 0 of 6. He is a 6'10" center who is 0 of 6. Granted, he did take 1 3, but still. Castleton 0 of 2. Mobo 0 of 1. Yeah, but hey, at least Jamal Shit's 4-7, got 11 points off the bench, and 5 points for Lawson. For the Wizards, Jordan Poole's 5-9. Alex Sarr's 3-7 after his hot start. But, yeah, that's about it. Not good. No. Both teams shooting less than 39%. Raptors are 32% or 33% from the field. 2 of 19 from 3, which is just above 10%. The Wizards are shooting 38%, 35% from 3. They're the team that is shooting much better at 38 and 35. Yes, much better at 38 and 35. They just keep on fucking turning the ball over. 9 turnovers to 3. 14 points for the Raptors off of Wizards turnovers. 0 points for the Wizards off of Raptors turnovers. And the Raptors have 6 extra offensive rebounds. Absolutely dominating the possession battle. And that's why they're up. Up by 2 at the half after all that. Is Chris no longer with the team anymore? I saw a post about it. He is, unless I'm mistaken for somebody else, I saw him on the bench for this game. He was on the bench here. Basketball is being played, Graham. Indeed it is. All right, let's do the Pirtle. Let's do the Pirtle. Let's find some joy in this game that we call basketball, because watching this one isn't sparking much of it. Unfortunately. It's just that's just where we're at. All right, let's play the Pirtle. Mikal Bridges has served us well. We will continue using Mikal Bridges until the end of time, perhaps. All right. We have a guard forward who's well above 6'6". They're 6'9" or higher. They are 26 or 27. They're in the East. They're not in the Atlantic. All right. Going to assume we are dealing with a forward here based on the height, but we have a big forward. Big one. 26 or 27 years old. All right. 6'9" or higher. I don't know if forward/center counts as a yellow for guard/forward. But I guess we are potentially going to find out. All right, Wizards. I don't think anybody's of this age on the team. Orlando, possibly. I can't think of any. Miami, maybe. Don't know how old guys like. Well, Jaquez, I don't think is 26, 27. I don't think Jovic is either. Charlotte. Again, can't think of anybody. Atlanta. They've made some moves, so could they? Maybe. Bucks. How old is Kyle Kuzma and how tall is Kyle Kuzma? I feel like Kyle Kuzma is around to say this age. How long has he been around? I think he's around this age. I don't think he's 6 foot. He could be 6'9". Okay, Kuzma is a possibility. How old is Obi Toppin now? Could it be Obi Toppin on the Pacers? It could be. Could be. Pistons, I don't think so. How old is Isaiah? Isaiah Stewart can't be that old yet. Obi Toppin's got to be probably 26 by now. No? Ooh, could be no. Could it be Patrick Williams? 2020 draft pick. He's probably 25. It's probably not Patrick Williams. Cleveland. Maybe DeAndre Hunter 6'9". DeAndre Hunter might be 6'9". Okay. Obi Toppin was also 2020 though, so he's probably not of age either. Who's the guy in the Cavs I just said? Hunter. Hunter was... I want to say a 2019 pick. Could be Hunter. He could be 6'9", you know. That's pretty tall. Is he 6'9"? I don't really have any other leads, do I? All right, let's try. Let's try it. It kind of froze for a sec. I thought I had it. Oh, he's a guard forward. It didn't help us. Didn't help us. He is 27, so. Well, at least we know now it's the Southeast, but that didn't help us because I thought he would just be listed as a forward. I probably should have known he was a guard forward, but he's 6'8". Okay, he's pretty big. So we have a 6'9" or 6'10" player here. Okay, so we got to think about bigs too then. The Hawks have this guy like Mohamed Gay. I have no idea how old he is, so I have no idea if that could be the right answer. So I'm trying to think of centers now. How old is Bam? You know, I actually don't know how old Bam Adebayo is. Is Bam like creeping into his late 20s now? Or is he 27? What number does Bam wear? Does he wear like no, not number 3. Nobody wears number 3. I feel like he wears like 15. But Bam is kind of like crossing my mind right now. Charlotte, like Mark Williams. It can't be. Mark Williams is tall, right? Mark Williams is like 7 feet tall, right? Hawks. No, wait. Is Okongwu? Okongwu can't be 27 yet, can he? No way, right? Orlando. Is Jonathan Isaac potentially? You know what? Jonathan Isaac actually might be a good guess because he's a forward. Oh. 3 guesses. 3 guesses. Sometimes you just guess. Or sometimes you're just naming names and it just clicks. I say Jonathan Isaac. Oh, you know, he's a tall forward. Jonathan Isaac, number 1 on Orlando Magic. 3 guesses. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Flashback. Oh, you can play other days now? Sweet. That's a new feature. Is the game back? Game is not back. Anyway, chat. I love it when nobody in the chat gets it before I do. Makes me feel special. All right, let's play yesterday's. And, yeah, let's play yesterday's. All right, let's play yesterday's. Flash, ooh, gray screen. All right, we go Mikal Bridges again. Guard forward. 6'6" guard forward. Okay, so we're probably, well, we could be dealing with either a guard or a forward here. Same stipulation, 27 or 28 years old, but this time we are in the Western Conference. Okay. One sec. Reese's Pieces, caramel. Really fat today. Game is back. Shit. I want to do this, though. Dylan Brooks. That would have been crazy. He's also a guard forward. He's also older. Oops. All right, now Southwest. . 6'6" is an in-between size, so is there like a straight-up forward who's 6'6"? I know the game is back. I want to finish this. What are we really missing in this game? Jamal Murray's probably too old for this now. Colin Sexton, no, he's like 6'4". De'Aaron Fox, like 6'5" max. Is it? No. I don't say Austin Reeves, but he's probably also a guard forward. Trey Murphy is also probably guard forward. I think like Trey Murphy. A lot of guard forwards. It's KPJ. I hate guessing this, but like Kevin Porter Jr. kind of sticks out right now. Wow, he's 6'4". Also, he plays for Milwaukee now. Oh, I knew that. I don't know why. I just imagined him as a Clipper still. I fucking knew he played for the Bucks. I literally have money on Kevin Porter Jr. today. What a waste. What an absolute waste of a guess. I am an idiot sandwich. Oh, boy. It's a guard, though. Okay, you know, it did help. We're looking for a guard. Not no guard for, we're looking for a guard. Okay? That helped us a little bit. Still wasted the guess a bit, but Anthony Simons. Is Anthony Simons 26 years old? Is he 6'6"? I feel like he's like 6'3". Maybe like a Vassell. Is Vassell this tall? No, because we're not in that division. Sorry, I know the game is on, but I'm locked in. I am firmly locked in at this point. All right, let's just guess so we can keep moving here. Guess somebody. Simons. Guess somebody. 6'3". Okay, that was dead on. Northwest Division. Okay, Thunder. Shea wears number 2, so it can't be Shea. Any other guards they have this age? I don't think so. It fits the profile. I don't think so. Isaiah Joe. Doesn't he wear like number 1 though? My gut telling me he does. Nuggets. How old's Chris Brown? Is not 26, is he? Jamal Murray. Jamal is at 26. Jamal is older than 26, right? Minnesota. Ant. 2020 first round pick. I don't think Ant's 26. First overall 20. No, Ant can't be. Right? Ant can't be. Jazz? Is it Sexton? Sexton like 26. I knew he was fucking short. He is 26. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Minnesota, Denver, Thunder. I'm stuck now. Okay, let's try Isaiah Joe. Actually, I think he was number 13. Actually, might be Isaiah Joe. It is OKC. It is an OKC guard. And not Isaiah Joe. Aaron Wiggins? Okay. I kind of thought about him. I also didn't think he was 6'6", but Aaron Wiggins. All right, well, not my best, but got it in the end. 7 guesses. I don't look at the chat, so even if you like help me, I don't see it. So I do like to know the chat got it before me. Based on this instance, it appears the chat did not get it for me. Bob Carrington for 3. Got it. Wizards now 61-59 down. Carrington is praying or from something. Has he just missed a lot tonight? He's 1 of 4 from 3 now. I don't know. And then quickly made a 3, and the Raptors throw the prayer celly right back at him. Over top of Carrington, Carrington fouled him. That's kind of cold, man. Well, anyways, Mayo quickly to the line. Raptors up by 5, and quickly completes the 4-point play. It's been a rough night for Quickly, but that will certainly give him a boost. Now 4-15, but he does have 18 points. So, some good, some bad. Carrington trying to respond himself, and he's stuffed by Pirtle. Absolutely stuffed by Pirtle in mid-range. Not a very good sequence for Carrington. Right after making a 3, causes a 4-point play, and then gets absolutely rejected by Pirtle other side on the mid-range jumper. Look at this. Pirtle just reads it all the way. Get that shit out of here, man. I am worried about the scoreboard and how it will look when we get to triple digits. Bold of you, McLovin, to assume that one of these teams hits triple digits today. But I do think they will, but I wouldn't assume they will, But when in the event a team does, I will see what happens. I will try to fix if I have to. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. 65-59 Raps. Sar under the rim, trying to work on Barnes. A little push shot doesn't go. Rebound ends in Scotty's hands, who outlets to Quickly, who lobs it to Pirtle, who catches, collects it, comes down, and then lays it in. Raptors up 8. Want to bet one does? No, I don't. Like I said, I think one does. I think both do. I wouldn't assume they do. Do we do the next Pirtle? I'm not going to do that, Pirtle. Don't worry. Pirtles are fun, though. And I am happy I can go back and do other days now. But I guess I could pretend like, I haven't done this one. I get it in like 2, and you guys are like so impressed that you donate like $50 or something. I got too much respect for the game, though. Ramadan Mubarak. Is Ramadan still on? It's a guy at my gym who is fasting. I have no idea how he comes to the gym. And yeah, it's a month. I didn't know it was a month long. Wow, I thought it was like a couple weeks. It's a month long. Till 29th. Anyways, guy comes to my gym and does that, which I think is just ridiculous. I have no idea how he's capable of performing vigorous exercise without water or food all day. I'm impressed. It's a great thing it's done. Hakeem Olajuwon is Player of the Month of Ramadan. That is one of the most ridiculous stats I've ever heard, actually. Wow, that is crazy. I'm gonna say something like very like out of taste, but like just go with it. Part of as somebody who does not practice Ramadan, I guess, if that's the correct term. I can go to a Muslim restaurant, in the evening, and be like the only person in there. I was at a Persian restaurant last night, and it wasn't busy because most people who would go couldn't eat at the time. So, hey, if you're gonna try out, Persian food, now's the time to go. You're gonna get a lot of the attention of the staff. What was also a little funny, I ordered a beer. They had Persian beer, and the guy who poured me the beer did not pour it very well. I was like, what the fuck is this? It made my head. And the guy he's like, well, they don't drink beer, so they don't know how to pour it. I'm like, that's completely fair. Yeah. So, anyways, food was amazing. I just had leftovers when stream started, if you remember. I was even a vlog. I'm a retired vlogger. Not from me. Oof. Big 3. Yeah, is that Jordan Poole? Yeah, Jordan Poole for 3. Wow. It is the best month to try halal food. Man, I used to do, when I was in summer, during COVID in the summer, and I lived at home with my parents because I was in university still. I used to do Uber Eats. Uber Eats during Ramadan is, oh my God, the lineups I had to endure to collect some food, some of those frustrating experiences, man. I have a friend who's Muslim and he practices Ramadan as well. And I'm hanging out with him during Ramadan and we go get food. We'll go get shawarma or something right before sundown. We have to go early because if we don't go early, the Ramadan rush is crazy, man. You ever seen a restaurant during the Ramadan rush? It's insane. It is so busy. So you have to go early, and then you just have to hug it for a little bit. And he knows it too. He knows it. He's got to hug it a little bit and just wait until he can eat. But man, the Ramadan rush is no joke at some of these restaurants. And during my Uber Eats days was I made sure my shift ended before it started. Not trying to be disrespectful anything I'm saying here. But yeah, if you do want to try some Persian food, halal food, yeah. Now is the time. Now is the time. But there's also been some devastating days where I really wanted shawarma or something, and I go to get some, not realizing it's Ramadan. And the lineup's just out the door, and I go, wow, guess no shawarma for me today. Hey, collabs, y'all know where to find me. That's it. Like I always say. Who's have kind of come back a little bit here. I wondered how I'd feel at this point in the game, having money on the Raptors, but also wanting to tank. I'm at this point where I want the Raptors to win. I would like to win my bet. If they lose, that's fine. We need more unity in the Raptors space. And I always say the same thing. I always say, if one person eats, we all eat. Because if one Raptors YouTuber brings in 1,000 new people to the space, so let's say random Raptors YouTuber crushes on a video, brings in 1,000 new people into the community on YouTube. That's 1,000 new people who probably also like my channel and other Raptors channels. There ain't no, for me, there's no competition. It's just everyone eats. If one guy's doing well, one person's doing well, we're all going to benefit. If I'm doing well, others will benefit. There's no competition. It's a collaborative effort to grow the Raptors YouTube community. Some other Raptors YouTubers have different viewpoints on the team than I do, but everyone's entitled to their opinion, I suppose. I personally, Zol, I personally don't watch other. Wow, tough shot by Poole. Wizards lead. I personally don't watch other Raptors creators, not to be disrespectful, but because I want all of the ideas I bring to the channel to be fresh and organic. So if I watch, I don't want to be influenced essentially by other Raptors creators. So because like if somebody makes like a really good point or something, I'll be more inclined to almost copy them in my next video. But I keep it this way. Like imagine like an artist, like musical artist, who never listens to the radio because they don't want to be influenced by sound. They want it all to be from the dome, from the top. That's kind of how I feel. So, you know, no disrespect to them, as I just said. I stick to me. I do me, you know? I spent a few years in Pakistan. I'm aware it's a Muslim country. I have many friends in Pakistan, actually. And when I go to break my fast to a restaurant, it was known thing we'd be waiting hours. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because, like, everyone's going at the exact same time. And if you're that hungry and you got to wait hours, I can imagine that is a stressful occasion. So, anyways, if I wanted shawarma, I'm best be going to get it way before the rush, you know? Jonathan Mobley at the line for the Raptors. 5:29 to go in the third. Gets his own miss off the free throw and then misses again. Gets his own miss. This time he doesn't miss. 70 to 69 for the Raptors here. I've never really had proper Pakistani food. I should try it, though. I've had Afghan food, which is good. I've had Persian food many times. My half of my fiance's family is Persian, so I eat I eat Persian food. Gas, absolute gas. I had it last night, straight gas. Let's try Egyptian food as well. Where should I go in Toronto? What's next? I tried north of Brooklyn. That's been recommended to me a lot. Not as good as Prince Street. I had Prince Street yesterday because my fiance ordered it because she was hungover. And man, best pizza. The best pizza, Prince Street. Raptors up by 1 here. Body always also slaps. But Prince Street is my love. Poole on the logo, dribbling up past Shed. Now attacking the rim, losing handle. It's out of bounds. It's attested to have gone off of a Raptors player. Nobody's arguing, so it appears as though it's the correct call. Inbound, 4:37 to go. Try both types lots of time. What's a good spot to try, David, in Toronto, if you know? Local to me. I'll try Sumac for shawarma. It's really far from me. One day I will go because I've heard a lot of great things, and I have a close friend who I very much trust with food, says it's amazing. So I got to try one day. Alex Sarr for 3. Doesn't go. And it's in the hands of Mobo off the front rim. Cry Boy's decent. Isn't that like a chain, though? Kind of want like, you know, a one-off. I want a one-off. Cry Boy, it's actually one near me. So maybe I will try that just because it's near me. I like how competitive the Raptors have been, unlike on Sunday. The Raptors were very ugly against the Spurs. Very, very ugly. NBA courtside restaurants, great food. I went there a couple times for drinks. I never ordered food, but I did acknowledge it was really expensive there. So I wouldn't mind going just to try the food, but I'd have to be in the area. You know what I mean? AJ Johnson for 3 now, and the Wizards are up by 2, and a timeout is called. India. Never heard of that place. I do pass I hope I say that right. The Karahi Boys. I do pass that a lot in my day-to-day, so I actually may try that. That's a place? Not coming up. Anyways, Cry Boys, maybe I could go. What do they got there? They got the Ramadan specials going on right now. Maybe I'll just go and tell Boss Man to hook me up. What's the famous? What's the best? LaMelo for IQ to bag of chips. I am a big LaMelo Ball fan. I have been for a while. I was a fan pre-draft, post-draft, and lots of impressive stuff since then. I would love LaMelo Ball. Benida. Okay. Benida. That's also not coming up. Nothing. Oh, Indian Bindia. Bindia. Indian Bistro. All right, that's by sense. All right, that's the place. All right, I could try that too. For some reason the Karahi Boys menu is not loading, but I will try that because it's close enough to where I am around that I could easily go there one day. Old Spaghetti Factory or Shake Shack is good. I had Shake Shack in New York and it was good. If I'm getting a burger in Toronto as Jamal Shed, Kansas 3, if I'm getting a burger in Toronto, I'm pretty much going to Burger Drops. Holy, was that a good burger? I've tried Maddie's Patties. It was solid. It was good. But man, Burger Drops, really good. Honestly, like Left Field Brewery makes nearby, actually, Burger Drops makes a really good smash burger. So does Local, also in Liberty Village. I go to these places like for TFC games because it's right outside. Really good burgers there as well. But man, goddamn, Burger Drops I highly recommend. LaMelo for Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett. It's tempting, man. LaMelo's really good. I think it's a travesty he wasn't an all-star this year. I think he had a case to start. I think he's really, really good. What best for leg cramps? I've never in my life gotten a leg cramp, knock on wood. I am a frequent, I was a very frequent athlete. I have never had a cramp, a leg cramp, muscle cramp. Not really sure how, but I don't get them. But yes, electrolytes, banana, pickle, and then stuff like, BioSteel, Gatorade, electrolyte drinks. That'll do it. Sometimes you'll see athletes like eating pickles on the side, because that helps. Bananas as well, though. Hey, backup keepers put in work too. Marcus Smart with the rights over top of Castleton and finishes to tie the game at 74. It's a tight game here. Let's see what sort of tank practices are thrown into the fourth quarter. We're 2 minutes away from it. Lost into the rim, off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound to Pirtle, whose errant pass is stolen away by the Wizards. IQ and RG I might have to do because that's crazy. But like IQ and picks, I'll sign up for that. I'm a big LaMelo Ball fan. I know his defense isn't very good, but the size there, I think you can do it, man. Castleton for 3. Hello. Oh, Castleton can even do it. If we see Temple in the 4th, you done know what time it is. Yes. I think this game is going by pretty quick. I guess it'll happen when I start right at 7. Wow, Barnes chases down Smart for the block at the rim. Castleton is better than Robinson, Winner One says. Well, that's not saying much, Winner One. Not saying much at all. But based on the play time today, the Raptors could agree. Pirtle streaking to the rim and is fouled going up and will head to the line with the Raptors up 1 with 1:01 to go in the 3rd. God, I got to do a shit ton of work after this. Mondays suck, dude. Mondays really suck. Tuesday, by the way, tomorrow morning, I'll be live for members. I'll be up early, 7 a.m. for y'all. I'm up real early. Y'all better be there. Or just sleep in and watch it later, but that's when I'm doing it. Johnson to the rim and doesn't go there. Castleton to Barnes. For 3, it doesn't go. Rebound to Thor. And the Wizards down 2, moving the other way, looking to tie or take the lead. Jones to Thor at the rim, deterred by Castleton. Good defense. Raptors still up. Shot clock, game clock separated by 6. We're like 5.5. They'll run the clock a little bit quickly to Pirtle. His floater's off. The Wizards have 12 seconds to move down the floor. Excuse me. Jones for 3 off the mark, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. All right. Up by 2. I don't know what way this game is going to go because yeah, I don't know how this game is going to go because I don't know what sort of tank practices are going to be put into place here. Raptors could take out Barnes, take out quickly, take out Pirtle. The big one is Pirtle. They take out Pirtle, I think maybe they could be in trouble. I'm going to just see some plus minuses today, though. Pirtle's +9. Quickly's +9. Barnes is +9. Castleton's +8. AJ Lawson's +5. So, yeah, I think I think we take these guys out. We might win this game. To be fair, all of their starters are in the positive, so if they also take their starters out, it'll be a grind. I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this game. I have no idea. Somebody's going to accidentally win this game. Is Brandon going to play a game this season? The Raptors sent out an update. I think it was yesterday. It could have been the day before. The update is there's no update. They said he's still without a timetable to return. Last we heard, he was doing some on court activities, but he is he's not coming back. The way they worded it would make it seem like he's not coming back. Winner one, what's going on? How was dinner? Oh, you're here earlier. How was dinner? I had the Persian rice and kebab right as I started to stream, leftover from yesterday, and a smoothie. So it was good. Yeah, the Persian food's really good. I don't know what kind of food I got because I didn't order it. Somebody ordered for me, but it was whatever it was damn good. Barnes to start off the fourth quarter, going at Marcus Smart. Brother has the most severe sprained ankle you'll ever see, man. Pirtle misses in tight. Here come the Wizards. Wait a minute, you don't need to tell me. I am not an Orlando Robinson fan either, man. And, wow, that's a pretty bad piece of defense by Robinson. Vukcevic fouled. And one there. I made the case on the video. I said you could keep Robinson to have a third center, but like he's not very good. He's not a good finisher. He's horrible at rebounding. But he kind of makes up some numbers, I guess. Don't know if Castleton is a guy I want next year. In fact, I don't. Think we can do better. Pirtle with the floater. And he's balling. What is he at now? 21 points for the Yak. Also on 21, Emmanuel Quickly. Despite the shooting struggles. Okay, I'm a little nervous that, well, not nervous, but Quickly's going to shoot. This is 21. Quickly for three. Bang. Yes, sir. 83-78. The fact that the Raptors have Pirtle, Barnes, and Quickly in to start the fourth I would think that if they are in right now, it's because they are not going to be in to end this game. We will see. So headphones are kind of bugging me. I've been wearing them all day. What do they work too? If you guys are enjoying the stream, though, please make sure you have hit that like button. Support the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do watch parties like this for loads of Raptors games. And I also do videos, do videos. Videos are coming up tomorrow. No Jacoby today for the Raptors, no. Assuming it's some injury management. Orlando Robinson checking out. Maybe they do want to win. Oh, that really was bugging my ear. Hurts. JT toward the line, makes the second one. Wizards down 83-79. 10:22 to go in the quarter. The game. Quickly to the rim. Kicks out to Castleton. Extra pass up to Lawson for three. It's off the front rim of the Wizards. Out on a fast break. Thor rises up and throws down for a 2-point game. 83-81. Barnes past Thor. He goes for his own dunk, but he misses. Another fast break for the Wizards. Carrington lobs up to A.J. Johnson, who ties the game at 83. Wonder if the Raptors would have called a timeout there. They don't. They're moving fast the other way. Barnes up fake, then takes to the rim and doesn't go. And the Wizards, another fast break. Three ball is up. Front rim, though, for Jones. Gets his own miss and is blocked by Castleton. Nice play there by Castleton. Taking it all the way the other side. Coast to coast. Tough layup doesn't go. Barnes puts it back in. Back to a 2-point lead for the Raptors. So Wizards, notably, do not have their starters in. Carrington did start, but would not normally be a starter. So we could say they have no starting players, really, on the floor as Johnson misses the three. The Raptors have three of the main guys on the floor. So we'll see if the Wizards sub in the guys as rotation or the Wizards are done for the night, essentially. The Raptors are yet to commit to taking bodies out of the game. We'll see if that does happen. The Wizards may be checked out for the night. we'll see if Poole, guys like him, come back in. Sarr would come in at 2. We'll see if they come back in. Carrington in mid-range, back to a 2-point game, 85-83. A timeout is called. We will see what the strategy is personnel-wise once we return from this commercial break. I really do not have any idea what to suspect from the Raptors given their recent history. Some games they'll play the starters. Some games they won't. But I do feel like if they pull Jakob, Poeltl, Scotty Barnes, Van Cook right now, they're going to lose. I do believe they're going to lose this game if they pull them. The Wizards even have enough juice coming off the bench right now. The Raptors will not have the juice. So we will see what they decide to do. We'll see what they decide to do here. Different options to go about it, you know? Castleton is I've been critical of him. He's playing well tonight, man. I really feel like that. Look at the box scores. Barnes 13 points. Yikes. 5 of 16. Poeltl 10 of 13. Poeltl is so good, man. If they take him out, they might lose if they just take him out, to be honest. Quickly's also 5 of 16, but he's got 21 points, so he's getting to the line plenty. Castleton, 2 of 6 with 5 points. I don't know. His impact has been felt today, I feel like. So a good Colin Castleton game for what it's worth against the lowly Washington Wizards. Would I call this a tank classic? It depends on how both teams approach the last little bit of this game. You could certainly see that depending on how the rest of this one goes. You know, you could yank everyone if you're the Raptors. Wizards could do it as well. I think the Raptors will lose. If it's a bench battle, I think we're gonna lose based on the way this game's going. We'll just wait. We're almost back. Let's see who the fives are on the floor for each team. Ooh, lack of rest today. Catching up to your boy a little bit. Ooh. So on the floor, it's Shed, Abaji, Battle, Castleton, and Mobo. The call might have been made, or they're coming back in. I don't know what to expect. Battle for 3, though. He gets his first points of the night on 3 ball. Wizards still have Carrington, Johnson, Thor, Vukcevic, and Jones. So they still have their B lineup, we'll say. It's Carrington in mid-range, misses. So Raptors have the tank brigade in. But Shed is Shed part of that? I don't know. Mobo going at Thor. That's it's Kobe. That's not a good shot, is it? He just decided before that play started he was gonna shoot there. And it didn't really matter what the defender threw at him. He should not have shot it after the defender disrupted his drive and got in his way. Johnson to the rim maneuvering, and he's going to be heading to the line. Andrew Johnson looks decent. I think he was the 23rd pick in the draft by the Bucks. Big reach, by the way. But he's looking okay here. Yeah, he's 23rd overall pick. He was projected. I saw some mock drafts that he went undrafted. I saw some he went in like the 50s. It's crazy. Haven't seen this many tanks. 90-45. Well, I think there's probably more tanks if you go a little bit earlier than that. But yeah, I understand the point. If you want to talk about like the 1940 or something, probably more tanks then in Germany. Well, I guess they would have been not in Germany. Whatever. All right, 90-87. Shed wants some tempo to the play. Wants to speed things up. Up by 3. Are the Raptors stars done for the night? Battle for 3. Doesn't go again. He's 1 of 6. Carrington other way. Dump off to Sarr. So Sarr's back in. Sarr is back in for the Wizards. So they are still looking like they're going to get their guys back in as Shed strips Vucevic. Gives it to Abaji. Dump off to Battle. The short floater is good. 92-87. We will see if the 3 digits fit on the updated scoreboard in just a moment, it looks like. Sarr spins off Castleton. That's a terrible shot, Alex. Mobile to Castleton. In the corner, Battle for 3. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Battle hits a 3. And, well, I said they took out the starters. They'd probably lose. Well, they took them out, and they're pulling away now. Up by 8 after the Jamison Battle corner 3 makes it 95-87. Wizards call timeout. We will see again who is on the floor when we do come back from the commercial. We will see. We will see. Again, I bet on the Raptors. I'm also okay if they lose and help out with the tank. I think it's okay for it to be win-win for me a little bit. But again, if they lose, that's fine. I ain't gonna cry if they lose this game. It'll help the tank, and I know and I understand the bigger picture, and I won't be selfish with my bets. But yeah, I can understand why there is a strong desire to lose this game. No question, no doubt about it. But I mean, Wizards call a timeout. Maybe they do want to lose. Who knows? Now about it. Well, yep. Tank is not tanking at the moment. I said the tank's in trouble today. Have I listened to Tweaker by Jello? I have, yes. It's played everywhere, man. Yeah, as far as like, NBA players, former NBA players making music, that's definitely like the upper echelons of NBA artists. I can see why people like it. Not really for me, but I can see why people like it. It's time for Temple. If Temple comes in, you know what we're doing. You know what the real intentions are for this team. Ain't no doubt about that. We got a new subscriber here. Patrick Morgan has subscribed. Welcome to the Amateur Army. Thank you so much for subscribing. For watch parties like this, live streams, talk about the team, the NBA, and videos about the Raptors. Win the rest of the games, make the play-in, make the playoffs, win the chip, draft Cooper Flag. You cannot make the playoffs and draft Cooper Flag, unfortunately. You can only have one or the other, because if you're in the playoffs, you're not in the lottery. If you're not in the lottery, you're not drafting Cooper Flag. Alex Sarr for 3 out of the timeout doesn't go. Raptors still have the same lineup in, so they're going to roll with this group. They're going to roll with this group and see what happens. Trade up for him. Yeah, I don't think so. What would it cost to trade up for the first overall pick this year? It would cost your pick and then like 4 other firsts, maybe. Caston lobbed up to Mobo. It was deflected away, though, and here come the Wizards again. They can't buy a bucket at the moment. And the Sar missed the rim. Adds that. Nope. It's time. It's a foul. It's a foul. So Sar will head to the line. Man, Alex Sar and Caitlin Clark are doppelgangers, man. Like, they look the exact fucking same. Every time I see Alex Sar's face, it is unbelievable how much he looks like Caitlin Clark. I don't mean any disrespect to say that. They look the exact fucking same. The last draft, the worst I've ever seen. From like really covering the draft, by far. To not have like a single, like seemingly like A-tier draft pick is crazy. Battle, another 3. My man is heating up. And the Raptors are up by 10. Castleton for Wemby. Maybe show them this performance. If you show them this performance and, God forbid, Victor Wembanyama has a career-ending blood clot issue, maybe they would trade him to us. Carrington. A lot of time to go, to be fair. We'll see if they bring back Poole, but I feel like they were going to bring back Poole. They would bring back Poole. So it doesn't look like no more Jordan Poole. We'll see if it's Barnes quickly and Pirtle's night over. I would suspect it is. Battle had no made field goals ahead of this quarter. He is now up to 11 points on the game. Something called here. I took my headphones out, so I have no idea what's going on. Ready to accept our 7th worst record fate? You might have to. It's just, it's just too easy of a schedule. Sorry, I got text here. 98.90 with the width of the line here. Oh, is it quickly that his family at the game? All right, 98. So we have 100. Let's see it. Does the scoreboard fit the 100? I'm not sure. I don't think it will. When that thing changes to 100, will it fit? Oh, Carrington blocked the rim. All the way for the Raptors. Lawson lays it up. Doesn't go, but he's going to head to the line. I thought he was going to make it. Fuck you. Oh, my God. Fuck you, man. Come on, change, man. What's going on with this thing? There. Oh, it doesn't fit. Frig. That looks pretty good. This one will be too big, so we got to do this one. Put it up a little. You make sure it lines up with the other one height-wise. It just about does it. All right. Hopefully I don't have to change it back afterwards. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right. Sorry, y'all. Hate to do this on the fly, but I got no choice right now. All right. I think that does it. 4 minutes ago, Raptors up by 9. It does feel like they're going to win this. They actually took Battle out of the game. Poor Jameson, man. They had to take Jameson Battle out of the game. He was doing too much. They said, man, what do you think? What the fuck do you think you're doing? Sit your ass down. That is very funny. Wow. Poor guy. Poor guy indeed. Well, no matter what the Raptors tried. You know, we'll give them the credit. They tried today. We're too good to be Washington bad, as Jordan puts it. That's a very good way of wording it, Jordan. We're too good to be Washington bad. They're out tanking us. They're out tanking us again. This is going to be the story of the rest of the season. We're going to be playing bad, but we're still going to win because we're playing some really, really bad teams in the process. I don't know how they lost so bad. I was at dinner. I don't know how they lost so bad to the Spurs yesterday. No idea how they did that. I mean, we were losing when Barnes Cleveland, but the Wizards are also playing the same game as we are here. Abaji to the rim, blocked by Sarr. Okay, 104.95, lobbed up to AJ Johnson. Man, this guy's super athletic. 104.97. Okay, it's not quite dead yet. 3:42 to go. Raptors up 7. Not quite dead. Mobo to Robinson. Now we're fucking talking. Turns it over right away. Now we're talking. We are cooking with grease. Orlando Robinson in for the tank. Battle is back in, by the way. Our only hope is the same thing happens. To see, we got Barnes pick. We're expected to pick like 8 or something. Ended up with his 4th pick. Yeah, so the Barnes year, we had the 7th worst record. So we had the 7th best odds, the 1st overall pick. But the highest percentage position was 8th for us. It was just, we ended up going to 4th. So I do agree that is the outcome we have to hope for with this year's draft. 3:26 to go. Carrington the line. It ain't done yet. He could make it a 5-point game here. And does not. So it's a 6-point game. 104.98. Lawson to Mobo. Now Robinson. Robinson, Battle, Lawson, Abaji, Mobo. Did I say Mobo? Abaji for 2, doesn't go. Rebound back to Abaji, who throws it down, punches it. 8-point game again. Still a real one. The Sixers are not trading Joel Embiid. And they certainly are not trading Joel Embiid because they want common mouthwash. No. Trust me, that's not happening. I assure you. Vucevic for 3 for the Wizards. Feel like that kind of had to go. So it looks like the Raptors will have done enough, unless they start hacking and purposely turning it over. Lawson lays it in. It's a 10-point game. The Raptors are going to win this game. Timeout called. I keep saying this, but at what point, because I think if you had told people tanking would be this bad, like they'd yank out their star players in the 4th quarter, people would be like a little surprised by that. How far will tanking go? Will we ever get to a point? I always ask this. Where will we ever get to a point where like somebody scores in their own net? Like their team is up by 1 last 20 seconds, and they literally score on their own net. What would Adam Silver do about it? Like, what would he do? That'd be like, I don't even know. I think you know how to handle it. Like, what do you even do at that point? Like literally just turn around, go to your own room, lay it in. I'm not saying nobody wants Embiid. I don't think many teams do, but the Sixers are not going to trade him. They will not get enough value out of a trade to want to trade him. I don't think they have any desire to really trade him at all to begin with. And definitely Kamen Malawash is not like the reason they'd trade him. They just add in other players that could help play around Embiid. No, Embiid's not going anywhere. Yeah, what if it turns into the teams want to lose about they start defending the other rim and then they start playing the other way, essentially. That could happen. Teams try to defend the opposite basket. That's happened before where point differential was a thing in like this European game. And the team needed to win by like 8 or something. And it was like a 2-point game. They were up by 2 in the clutch. So they were not going to win by 8. So they had to score on their own basket to send it to overtime. But the other team knew they were doing this. So the other team scored on their own net to tie it up. The other team would score on their own net to lose, but lose by like less than 8. So then the game got flipped. They were trying to score on each other's nets and stuff. It was, yeah, I imagine that would be pretty crazy to watch unfold. Does the NBA ever get to this point? Wow, AJ Johnson almost crammed it on Robinson, but a foul was called. Daryl Morey has not done a good job with the Sixers. It's safe to say. Jackie Moon type shit. Hey, man, he didn't want to give the crowd corn dogs. They didn't even have corn dogs. It's just a stupid little gimmick to make the fans get excited. My guy couldn't afford all those corn dogs. Would you want to give out all those corn dogs? I don't think so. AJ Johnson the line for the Wizards to make it a 10-point game. Both teams now on 100. Does the scoreboard work? It'll work this time, I think. The 98, I don't think it'll be too big. We'll see in a sec. 1:35 to go. Raps are going to win. Abaji in the corner to Mobo for 3. Doesn't go. Wizards still pushing to their credit in transition. Vukcevic, easy dunk. 8-point game. Lawson, handoff to Mobo. In the paint off the glass, back to 10-point game. About a minute to go. This will be it. Yeah, Isaiah McDonald, I have to concur that Caston looked a lot better than Orlando Robinson today. And there's a reason he got the more minutes. Robinson ain't good, man. Sark, I don't think Caston's very good either, but maybe he is better than Robinson. Up by 10, Mobo with it. Going to run some clock here. The Raptors are going to win. They tried. They took out the starters. They tried. But the Wizards are an experienced tanking team as well. Castleton, I think he's got called for a 3 in the key on offense. Fair enough. Oh, excuse me. Carrington over half. What an Abaji. Fadeaway 2. Ooh, tough shot. But Raptors will walk this one out, and they will win this game. They will win it 112-104. So, quick post-game show on this one. A game of basketball was played. Yeah. Pretty much it. It was a pretty ugly game as a whole. It got better in the second half, which is saying a lot because it was really, really bad first half. And it was still bad numbers in the end. Both teams shoot about 40%. Both teams shoot about 28% from three. 28 for the Raptors, 30% for the Wizards from three. The Wizards are -8 in offensive rebounds. The Wizards were -5 in turnovers, but -10 in points off of those turnovers. So the Raptors dominated the possession battle. As a result, did enough to earn themselves a victory here. They only went 41 of 101 from the field. Like Barnes went 5 of 16, 13 points. Quickly went 5 of 16, 21 points. So at least he stacked up points in the line. Please come in to arrest me. Arrest somebody for this game. Somebody's got to get arrested. Pirtle, 10 of 13, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Fantastic game from him. 3 blocks, 2 steals go with it as well. Fantastic game for Pirtle. Battle, 0 points the first 3 quarters, ends with 11 because he went off in the fourth. And honestly, that hot run by Battle might be the reason the Raptors win this game. Like that, it was like a tight game, and then Battle kind of came in when the starters, Barnes, Pirtle quickly check out early fourth. Battle comes in, kind of lights it up. And that's kind of the difference in the end. The Raptors win by 8 here. Like Abaggio's 3 of 10 off the bench, like nothing fantastic. Orlando Robinson was 1 of 7, even though he's a big. Jamal Sherman 5 of 10, which is cool, but yeah, it was an ugly game. Like Jordan Poole, to be fair to the Wizards, they also tried to tank. Sarr was 6 of 19. He checked back in the fourth. Jordan Poole only played 22 minutes and had 23 points. Wow. Yeah, both teams knew the assignment. Both teams tried to lose, but in the end, only one team could be the true loser. So the Raptors win there. That's 25 wins. That's 25 wins, right? Raptors are 25 and 47. 25 is the amount of wins they had in the entirety of last season. And part of the problem, y'all, of the strength of schedule remaining. Raptors, 10 more games remaining. This hasn't updated yet with the Wizards. 10 more games remaining. It should do. Where are the Wizards? Anyways, oh yeah, here. 10 more games remaining for the Raptors, and only one of those 10 games is above it is for against a team above 500. That is the Detroit Pistons. So, yeah, it's not looking very good for the tank. It's definitely looking like a 7 seed in the reverse standings for the Raptors. I don't think they'll catch the Heat. I don't think they'll catch the Bulls. But I don't think they will be bad enough for the Sixers and for the Brooklyn Nets here. So it is what it is. It is what it is. 10 more games to suffer through, everybody. Let's sim it. See where we are. Oh, imagine I'd throw up. Oh, my God. If Dallas get the first pick, I will throw up. Dallas, man, 1-2. Is like as the only one to be like not as bad as like if the Sixers got the first pick. I think I actually might really throw up. Like, oh my God, disaster. I know we moved to third here. I just pray on the Sixers' downfall, man. No way we're letting the Sixers get Cooper Flag. Come on. No way. Please, Lord, do not let that happen. All right, everybody. I'm out here grinding, McLovin. I'm out here grinding. Yeah, rookies played well. I won my bet. I won money. Whatever. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Still had a fun time. I'll be live for the Wednesday game. I will not be live for the Friday game. I'm away on Friday for dinner. So we'll not be watching Friday against the Hornets. Perhaps I'm doing myself a favor. But I'll be here Wednesday as the Raptors visit Brooklyn to take on the Nets. Hope to see you there, or see you in the video tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.